What's good, YouTube, man? It's your boy OG Drip, man. You're new to that channel, go ahead and press that subscribe button. Y'all, listen, man. This is the channel where we talk about the spiritual truth and how to utilize energy on a day-to-day basis. So now when we start talking about the spiritual truth, you read the title of the video. This is why it's important for you to be conscious. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, I talk about the subconscious a lot on this channel, but this is where it's meant to be conscious, because now you need to be aware of what's going on. So the actuality of what's going on throughout this life. You know what I mean? So you won't fall for no booby traps or no type of shoot, you already know, indoctrination. You just walking into it. See, one thing about it, when you're born at birth, they go ahead and set you up. They go ahead and they put you into school and they teach you how to spell, and then they teach you how to, you know what I'm saying? They teach you English or whatever, you know what I'm saying, wherever you stay at, basically off your continent or whatever you want to say, you know what I'm saying? So when we saying, basically, the long story short is basically they teach you what and how to think, but you don't really realize that. But they also teaching your magic. That's why it's called spells. So when it come down to magic and all this, they really don't have it. They're like basically like fake magicians. So the only magic they have basically is to fool your brain. So if you're a day-to-day person, never been into spirituality, never thought about jumping into it, never thought about learning about it, didn't think it was very important, which, you know, in this world, we don't know how. When you're actually woke, you be like, how? How is it not important? It's the only way you living, you know. But to people that do not, you know, that's just trying to get enlightenment or just trying to find some type of source or just living, we have to be aware even for them to a fact. You know what I mean? Because now they're trapping people when y'all know with this new thing that's going around. They're trapping people. And due to me saying what I was just saying in the beginning, it's all due to these people they do not have no awareness. They're not conscious about what's going on in the world or what's been going on. You get what I'm saying? Even till when y'all remember we used to get the flu shot and you used to get sick. Like everybody that took the flu shot got sick that year. You know what I mean? It's all the type of ways you could, you know, you don't even have to be spiritual to realize some of the stuff that's going on. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to just break it down to like saying, if you look at it from a point of view of just a regular day-to-day basis, don't worry about spirituality, bro, you're getting booby trapped and falling to make these people's stuff work. So that is what they consider magic. These fake musicians, fake prophets, and all that. Them not the real mages. We is, once we unlock our 7 chakras and utilize our magic. And magic. I'm talking about unlock our 7 chakras. Our chakras is already lit. You know what I'm saying? But this is what, like, give it ignite. This is what you call spirit, aka fire. So, you know what I'm saying? When we start thinking about the things, we have the fire and desire of the crown chakra and the third eye to be able to see what's going on, right? So when you start thinking about the way you visualize things is a lot different than the way they see things. Like, you may be like talking to somebody that's not conscious, and you may be like, yo, don't do this, don't do that, da 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 da. And they looking at you like, man, you tripping. You know what I'm saying? And they start calling you a conspiracy theorist and all that type of stuff. That none of that makes sense, because it's really just showing you like actuality. Because these people like to show you what they're doing and then pull it back and tell you that ain't what you just seen. And we do it all the time. You seen Trump just switched out, but from the beginning, he been on their side. You know what I mean? He been just playing his part or whatever, bro. But when it comes down to peer pressure, even if he wasn't playing the part in the beginning, now at the end of the day, he has no choice but to go along with it. So now we want to talk about the peer pressure when it comes to you guys going to these hospitals. Once you get in there, they're not going to let you out without you getting this, you know, the test. So if you don't take that swab, which is crazy because you got to see how they doing it down in Africa. They're making people cough and, like, you know, swab, and they're making them cough hard and stuff like that, bro. So y'all got to be very aware, dog, that actually is the virus. What's called the swab that they're actually using is already medicated with other type of I can't think of the exact name right now, but if later on I will put it in the description. And this is also the way that you deny the virus if you are forced to take the shot. So you got to say that basically you deny all of it. So, but either way, the long story short is y'all have to be able to keep, from us being spiritual people, we have to be able to keep our people from out of these areas. We have to really try to enlighten these people, because right now they're killing you. You know what I mean? They really killing our parents right now. You know, and I got more than like a couple family members right now that's like, you know, they're not really consciously enlightened at all. So they tend to walk into things that they don't know what's going on. And now today, now we got a big problem. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, I've been saying it. Y'all just don't listen to my channel, or y'all just don't, I don't know what's going on. Y'all just don't feel like none of it's the truth until it hit. And then it's a uh-oh. But at the end of the day, it's too late for a uh-oh. So for y'all, instead of me just living with the pain alone, I want y'all to be able to reach out and tell y'all people and loved ones the same thing. They're killing you. Do not take your kid to the hospital. Do not go to the hospital for nothing. You could go there right now because you split your toe open. They're going to ask you, do you want to take it? And if you don't, they're going to be trying to enforce it like you're going to jail. This real talk. I'm talking about out of experience with a couple people. I done talked to more than 17 people that so-called went to the hospital and got stuck in there. You get what I'm saying? They also make you separate and all that from people once you take it. And it take more than, I think 3 to 7 days for your test to come back. But just saying, when they even show you, like when you putting the test in the little liquid thing or whatever, you sealing it up, think about that. What is the liquid at the bottom? And why is it reacting like that? So really, it's like showing that, you know, that you just literally swab this junk in your mouth and literally just put it back in there. And now this stuff at the bottom is just basically like some solution type stuff, or however. And it's just basically going to tell you whether you have it or not, which is another way of saying, did your body react to the virus? Because some of us out here is hard body. You know, we've been going through some things so many times that now it's like viruses and stuff like that is made up don't really affect the body as much as other ones. Well, basically having a strong immune system. So another thing I want to tell y'all is, yeah, you probably thinking to yourself, then what do we supposed to do, Drip? What we supposed to do then, bro, if we can't go to the hospitals? That is when y'all time to get intact with being with the sun. The light is here. The God is here. We just have to utilize it. Sorry about that, but the sun is here. Utilize it. You know what I'm saying? Go out there. Get into that sun. If y'all ever heard old people used to say, well, you better go out there and get in that sun to get rid of that cold, sweat some of it out, or however. And another thing, man, just to include real quick, is a lot of people look at me and they go to judging me by the way I speak. Bro, I'm from the ghetto. I'm from the South. I done said it in multiple videos. But just to throw that out there, bro, it's like y'all can't go by that, bro. It's a reason why I'm here. Y'all better listen to me. I done been through more than most of y'all ever been through in y'all life. Trust me, my accident alone had more than 4 blood transfusions in 12 days. That's just to throw that out there, bro, that I don't have time to be, you know what I'm saying, trying to properize myself, make myself a politician, one of these people that sound good to you, but really lying to you. I don't care if it sounds good or not to you. It's the actual truth. You feel me? And it do get under my skin because I'm a spirit in the flesh and I don't mind biting at somebody when they come to disrespecting me, because at the end of the day, I'm a strong spirit, not a weak one. So that's another way. And you look at it, you know, they'll be like, yo, why you so aggressive? I'm aggressive like this because I'm a strong spirit. And that is what's wrong with the world now. Everyone is weak spirits and they bow down to what's going on. They're scared to live. They're scared of the wilderness. I can tell you this. If they came to my house talking about, do you want to take the vaccine? I guess what? In order to live here, we're going to just be outside. We're going to be camping it. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have to just do what we got to do. We're going to have to learn how to use nature then. We're going to have to learn how to starve ourselves then for a couple of days. We'll have to learn how to utilize the fruits and vegetables that is God bringing us through his salvation, which is saying the crops is sprouting and stuff. So we're going to use that. You know what I'm saying? And they can't stop it. They could put all the chemtrails up there, all the stuff they want to do. They can't stop God's work. So now when we talking like that, y'all already know we're unstoppable. So when we get everybody get on this same level, this conscious level, it's over with. But from the meantime, to stay back on fact with the title of the video is to remember that all of this is just to say how we get used. And once you get in there, you basically is on your own, bro. And like, that's the point. Let's stop you before you get there. Our people will need us and our people will love us and thank us later. No matter what's going on with their body. Tell them to fight it off. Tell them to use natural ingredients. It's time to go back to the old times now we're going to have to basically go back to our ancient times or our native roots of how we used to do things before they took over our stuff and started making us take all the stuff that was made by them to design to destroy us in any type of way, which is designed to destroy your mind, body, and soul. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, we all have different types of ways you can heal him. You can heal. I mean, and now you have the internet, which is also accessible. You know what I mean? I use it from time to time when it kind of mixing up some nature stuff, especially like when it comes to mixing with peppermint leaves and all, just natural ingredients that you can really find from a lot of places. And like some people use aloe for their hair, all type of stuff. But you can also use it for cuts. You can also use like spider webs, you know what I'm saying, like cobweb. You can also use that. Say if you had say if you was walking, you got gashed open or something to avoid going to the hospital. You can also use spider web, bro. I know it sounds crazy, but that stuff like really works, and it basically sits there. You cleans it before you put it in, and when you get it on your body or whatever to cut at, it'll seem to stick there and it stick with the blood. So it's basically just helping your skin stick back together quicker, when it comes back to the healing process. But that is like a good Band-Aid. You get what I'm saying? A great Band-Aid. So we don't necessarily need to go to them for really nothing except like anything happen, bro. Like real talk, because they're going to try it. And right now is basically the time of not doing that. Because right now they're trying to see how many people they could get. And once they hit this certain number, bro, they're going to just stop and say it's just left. But now you have this many people dying from it. Do y'all understand? Do you understand what's going on? It's only to kill off, to keep control, and to also see who's brainwashed and keep up with the mass. They're trying to keep control. They know that they're losing it. They know that more conscious people is coming. Why do you think every time you turn to the channel, they got so bad that now this the most I ever seen Trump ever talk, bro? You know what I mean? This man always used to tweet. Always used to tweet. Now it's like damn near every day he's up there saying something. And it's just that's how hard they're grinding to push the fear and to making you get so scared and to keeping it on your thumbnails. So even when you go to YouTube, right after your recommended list, bro, they got it right in between. And I don't even think that you can move it. And it's sitting there and it's just like every time you go there, you're going to see it. So it's like they're trying to, you know what I'm saying, build fear and trying to make you feel like you should go ahead and get tested to make sure you don't have it. You know what I mean? To make sure you're not the cause of it. So now after they got a couple people, a couple thousands or so to go along with this, now they're going to start, basically it's going to get to this one point like it's doing now when they release the beaches and stuff. Then they're going to try to come back later on, which it already says, because they already pre-planned their stuff, bro. All this stuff already written. You be reading these books and stuff and be like, oh, this is what they said is going to happen. No, they the one wrote the book, so they're going to make it happen anyway. You get what I'm saying? They're just telling you they're playing, just like in all the Disney cartoons and just like in a lot of the stuff that they're on. They're just basically throwing it out there so they can live it and watch people still and yet don't catch it. It's a laughing thing to them. You know what I'm saying? They got the mocking tongue. They got all of these type of basically dogging you out type of taunts. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's funny as I don't know what, because they keep their hand in the formation to let you know they're a Mason. You can listen how that rhyme. That's funny. But then they sit there and then they tell you something that sounds so good and so beautiful, and they don't know jack about it. Don't know nothing what they talking about, just want to make it sell. It's like them just trying to sell their product. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. They're just trying to upsell. So they're trying to upsell this virus and making people take it. You know what I mean? Make people take the vaccine, which is the virus. I don't care what you say. So, you got to be careful with the V word on here too. Basically, I just want to tell y'all, do not go to the hospital for nothing. Try your best not to even use over-counter medicines as much as you can, bro. You know what I'm saying? Try to build your immune system through script. I know some people may be looking at me like, what? You telling me to go through this and go through that? Nah. What I'm saying is just avoid going to the hospital. That's my main thing. If you can't avoid the other stuff, I understand, bro. We live here in reality. And see, that's one thing about me. I'm subconsciously aligned. When I say that, I mean, I realize what the world is to trick us. Like they're telling us the fake, this is who God is and that's who God is. And really, that's not the whole story at all. And God really do exist. But God is known as the sun, or known as these energies, which is the 7 chakras. You know what I'm saying? Which is the 7, the 7 ways that we live in, or the 7 planets, or however y'all want to see it, bro. I'm just throwing that in there. I will finish doing these videos. Matter of fact, I'm finna get back to it. I'm finna do the sun part 2, basically. And I'm finna use more Bible scriptures. And then also, I'm gonna start digging into when you know that basically I'm gonna break down the birth of Jesus and the death to explain what these people was talking about. And when I say Jesus, y'all don't think that I'm one of them brainwashed type people. I just know like what they was trying to get at. You know what I'm saying? I know what the ignorant was trying to get at. Nowadays Bible though, it's so twisted that I'm not even gonna really say too much on that. But I'm just gonna give you the actual feed of actually what's going on. It's just light barrier, water barrier. It's stuff like that that's going on. And we gotta learn, man. Tune into that. I'm gonna get with y'all. And I love y'all, man. OG Drip, I'm out. Handle y'all God duties and responsibilities, man. I'm out of here.